Hello there. So I'm continuing on with my experimentation using the flip cup technique and my silicone cup, which is so versatile. And in today's video I am going to flip the cup again with colours in it this time and put white around it to see what I can get. The colours that I'm going to be using today are ultramarine blue, red, orange, yellow, viridian green and purple, and the colours that have been mixed up with Floetrol rather than my usual PVA glue pouring medium, because I keep seeing other creators making paintings using the Floetrol and no silicone and getting some nice cells. So I'm going to try this again because it doesn't work as well for me. The Floetrol that I'm using is the Australian one, of course, because I live in New Zealand, so that's the one that's on the market here, but it's rather expensive, so I don't use it very much. I find the PVA glue does a pretty good job. And along with those colours, of course, I'm going to be using my Jazz Art Byron white, and I want to squeeze the cup again into those colours to see what I can get. So I'll fill up my cup now with the colours. I'll speed up the camera so that it's done very, very quickly, and then you can watch me put it onto the piece of signboard that I've got here. I've got it, don't look too hard at that. I've got my blue tack and my tack stuff on there which holds the board in place on a cooling rack so that it's easily manoeuvrable for me. So I'll pour the colours and get on with the painting. Right, so I've got the cup letting its colours down. It was almost full, and I have put all my white paint around the edge, a lot of bubbles, which I'm trying to get out because I don't want too many of those. And I will now lift the cup up gently, squeezing it as I lift it, and trying to squeeze what the contents are of the cup in under the white paint as I go, just keeping it solid down to the surface and squeezing. I'm sorry, I don't know how much of that you can actually see with my hand in the way, but I'm squeezing it, everything that I can get out of it. There we go. Lift the cup and put it to one side. Okay, so I'm now going to put my gloves on and start the tilt. I don't want to torch it until I have finished. There are quite a lot of bubbles on there as I only made the paint up a few hours ago, but the torching will involve looking for cells in amongst the paint, so I would rather leave that until after I have spread the paint out onto my signboard, which I'll start now. that is another little adventurous painting for me. I'm using the torch now, of course, to see what sort of cells I can get. Again, not giving me cells really as such. I find the Floetrol doesn't bring up anything specific in the way of cells for me. I'm probably not using the right paint with it, I don't know. All I know is that the Floetrol doesn't really give me any better results than the PVA glue. In fact, I often find that the PVA glue works better for me. I have got a little bit of curdling going on. I had a feeling I might get that because one or two of the paints that I mixed up I've had for quite a while, and they didn't feel right. The texture of them didn't feel right when I was mixing them, and I had to add extra water to get them to the runny consistency that I wanted. And I think that because of that water, it's broken up the binders in the paint and causes what I call the curdling effects. But I'll bring it up to the camera and show you what it looks like close up. The colours are very pretty. Lots and lots of bright orange and the blue, and of course a lot of blending with yellow and green and orange, and not terribly much of the red, which also is very disappointing because it's the Reeves brand red paint in premium, which is supposed to have a lot more pigmentation but has pretty much disappeared into the picture. So that is it for me for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching me having fun with my silicone cup, and I will be doing a follow-up and possibly another follow-up on that. I want to keep experimenting with doing these flip cup pours, particularly with the silicone cup. So once again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.